But first, this podcast is supported by $100 donators on Patreon who like to promote Magical Heroines, a webcomic on tapas.com. Whether you love or hate anime, it's about a middle schooler forced to join a magical girl gang and beat the shit out of people because she was told to. It's Magical Heroines. Read it on the links below at tapas.com. Our next donator is by Idealix with their own webcomic, Loose Cannon. It's about a young bounty hunter girl in the Old West and ends up on the wrong side of the law. Links to that below on Webtoon. And the next sponsor is RedHuntingCap, an alt-indie band from the Bronx, New York. Follow their Bandcamp and YouTube in the links below.
Sun begins to raise his head, but too bad I'm a mess. Tomorrow is a busy day, but I wish I would. We're always in our clubhouse getting high. Super fuckers! Everybody wishes we would die. Super fuckers! Here we come like a bomb. Everybody fucking run and hide.
We haven't started?
All right, here we go. Here we go. Don't fuck it up, you guys.
Hey, it's the Pizza Party Podcast, and it's finally starting to record. I'm Pan Pizza. Who are you people? Yes.
All right, everybody's been here before, so I say...
That means I don't have to draw anything. Yes.
Oh my god. It's not always about you, number one. Number two, we are going to introduce everybody at the same time on the count of three, just to get it out of the way. It's going to be easy for everybody, so... On the count of three, everybody just say who you are and what you do. 1, 2,
Cheick.
3. Hi, it's me, Nolan. I draw. I do a lot of stuff. I edit the Pizza Party podcast. I do a great job at it too. Just kidding. No, I don't. I dream about suicide every day. I hope I die.
Pancakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like pancakes. I like pancakes a lot. What's better, waffles or pancakes?
Waffles XD, because it's easier to make.
No, it's not.
I mean, you just gotta pop in some waffles
I think
into
it's
like a little
better.
waffle squisher, heats it up.
I don't know. I think it's
You mean
better
a waffle oven?
It takes more time.
Yeah.
Pancakes take more time, but they're worth it if you make them right.
That's what I'm saying. Pancakes, I think, are better just because I don't know. I think it's
Y'all-
more satisfying.
Who here has had those Japanese ass like cake pancake? Those motherfuckers.
What? I never had those.
Fucking, like big fluffy ones, like
The
those
big
ones?
fluffy ones where you can like
Yeah.
spank them and it feels like you're spanking a girl's ass and it's just
The
like
ones that are like practically like flan almost, with how fucking like fluffy they are.
Flan
Yes.
cakes.
Where do I get one
Flan
of
cake.
those?
Flan cake.
Japan.
Oh,
Garuga
man.
Meshu.
Japan cakes.
When will they be
Japan
available at
cake.
HEB?
You can make them.
That takes
Oh, wait.
effort.
Didn't you once like live in an apartment for a little bit and all you knew to cook was hot dogs?
What? No. I know someone else.
That sounds like someone who does.
I can cook other things, like 3 other objects. That's something I can do.
List them.
I can cook mac and cheese,
Yeah.
ramen, your dog if you want.
Mickey on mac and cheese. Yeah.
Wait, Nolan, aren't you supposed to be streaming?
No, fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah, we ain't streaming this one. It's over.
We haven't streamed in a while. We'll start it back up again eventually. Tonight is not the night though. However, back on the subject of making mac and cheese, that doesn't fucking count.
What? So what about ramen?
It's the
No.
same
Wow.
thing.
Ramen
It's like
noodles.
easier mac and cheese.
Yeah, just like
Have you
boil
ever
the
made-
water.
Have you ever
Yeah.
fucking made ramen with a mac and cheese packet?
Ew.
That
Ew.
sounds.
That
That's a
sounds
real thing my
Well, he-
sister used to do.
What is,
and
it
it
sounds
was
like a food
fucking
truck
awful.
thing.
Oh, I just thought about it
Yeah, it was
backwards. Yeah, no.
awful.
yeah, it sounds like some indie shit. Like, hey man, I only eat like carbon and shit. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's not food.
The sad thing is with that is there's less salt in the mac and cheese pack than there is in a ramen pack. So
God.
it was
Well,
technically
what
Yeah.
better.
ramen flavoring just it's exclusively salt. It's salt flavored. Anybody who
it's
says,
worth it.
"Oh, this tastes like chicken and beef," no, it doesn't. It tastes like salt. You're just
It's like 86% sodium, I think, or something like
Yeah.
that.
it's salt juice.
That's some
Do you
good
ever
salt
okay
juice.
when you cook
What
some
about
ramen?
cotton candy ramen?
When you cook some ramen noodles in like a cup, like do you drink the water after?
The broth? Yeah.
Depends.
Yeah, yeah, it's some good ass salt. Delicious.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Like I said,
noodle soup, but it's spicy.
It's salt.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
salt juice.
Hmm. Who are you people?
We already did that. We don't have to do
Not
that.
at the same time.
Let's do it
No,
for
it's
real.
fine. It's
What if
fine.
they haven't seen the previous episodes?
Well, they can go watch them. Who gives a shit? The show sucks.
It doesn't.
You heard it here first, folks. This show sucks.
Yeah.
Actually, you
I
didn't
think
hear
that's
it
the
here
first
first. You
time
say it
that's
all
been
the
said
time.
on the
I
podcast.
was just going back on what I just said. So actually, you didn't hear it here first. You heard it 102nd. This show sucks.
Malik, haven't you dissed on this show multiple times?
I don't know
Like,
what you're talking about.
You're
Of all
like
the people,
you're like, oh man, Nolan, you're so cool, and you're my friend, and then you go walk down the street and are like, yeah, that Nolan guy fucking sucks.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Maybe I dreamed that. I might have dreamed
Yeah.
that.
This
Some
Malik-
loud
podcast ever
dreams.
since I was on.
Malik, the dream daddy.
Sometimes there's dreams you just dream and then
By
you
Game Grumps.
just don't know. Did you dream that or was that real? Who knows?
I have multiple dreams like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
had
Where
a
you say
dream,
your
like,
show
I-
sucks?
I remember there was like an old Calvin and Hobbes strip where like he had a dream where he went through his entire morning routine and then he woke up like right when he walked out the door. And I genuinely had that fucking dream once where like I did fucking every mundane thing before I like went to school or something and I just woke up like right when I walked out the door.
I woke, yeah, I had the exact same dream, except instead of just the morning routine, I went through my whole day. I dreamed a whole day, then I woke up, and I had to do that day again, and I was like,
Did you miss? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've had.
Recently, I had a dream about Adam Sandler's twin, Alan Sandler.
Was she the one in
Why
that
would-
one movie, Jack and Jill?
No, this one was a guy.
Sandom Adler.
Jack and the
Alan
Beanstalk.
Sandler.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Was one time I had a dream that I was like, I remember being so bored that I'm like, this sucks. I'm gonna wake up. That happened once.
I've had dreams like that before.
Yeah.
It's like, just get me out of here.
I had like
I
a
can
nightmare
never-
for like the first time in like 2 years recently.
Oh,
which-
shit.
Like not like a nightmare where like genuinely a nightmare where you like shoot awake. Like I have not had that shit in so long.
But like, you can just tell it was just like a nightmare just from the feeling of it type.
Well,
That makes-
no, it's like I've had nightmares where I don't wake up from the nightmare. Like this was
Same.
like the first time I had a nightmare where genuinely I was like, oh fuck. Like I just
Oh.
woke up.
I don't think I've had that.
I get those, like when I'm falling.
Oh yeah.
No, for me, I don't even remember what it was. It had something to do with a bomb. That's like all I remember about the nightmare.
Oh shit! It's a warning to the
Did you
future.
deactivate it?
A lot of
It
my
did
dreams are
have-
prophetic.
It's
The
like
dream did have Trump in it, so
it's like that one movie with Nicolas Cage where he can see this future like 2 minutes, but there was that one time where but then he falls in love, and that gives him the power to see even further into the future.
is that knowing, or are you thinking of a different one?
I think it was
Next.
Knowing.
It was called Next. Knowing's the one where he finds like
Oh,
a
yeah,
paper.
no, knowing was the one where they like find that document and like they end up like finding all these. They tried to make like another national treasure, but like they tried to make it like fucking artsy and like a horror movie, and
Oh,
it was
man.
stupid.
National.
And yeah, and it
treasure.
ended with them like restarting life with Adam and Eve on another
Yeah.
planet, and I was like, that's really disappointing.
What?
I really liked Knowing up until like the third act.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like there are things I really liked about it, but I think like the third act, it just gets so fucking stupid to the point that it felt like they were trying to make like fucking another Da Vinci Code in the third act more than a National Treasure movie.
Yeah.
Mm.
That had that.
I've told Nolan about my Five Nights at Freddy's nightmares.
Whoa! What?
Yeah, those were funny. You get so pissed scared of Five Nights at Freddy's, it's hilarious.
Listen, it makes me vulnerable, and then it chases me down. It's not fair.
Oh, just like that Sonic reboot that wanted to make Sonic vulnerable.
Son, Oh yeah, well we showed you that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't know.
There
There's some really like lame video essay about Sonic, and it had like some what you call that music? You know the one.
Oh, the one with the backpack?
Yeah.
Low. It's called lo-fi beats to pretentiously talk about video games too.
Yeah.
It's
Quality.
specifically video essay lo-fi.
Like on occasion, not to insult anyone, but like sometimes I get emails saying, "Hey man, you want to use my music for your videos?" And it's like lo-fi hip hop, and it's like, no, that's everyone's doing that.
Everybody who watches Pizza Party podcast, Pan hates your fucking music.
Oh,
He said those exact
I'm
words
saying,
just
hey,
now.
I don't want any lo-fi hip hop because everyone else is doing that. So go to every
Everyone
other YouTube
just
channel.
wants to sound like
Do you
Captain
not like
Christian.
lo-fi hip hop?
It's not that I don't like it. It's just like every video essay uses it.
Oh,
What like that
I guess it's
like
shady.
hip so-ish like calming kind of
Yeah,
music that
like-
like every fucking video essay I've ever
Like-
seen uses.
Like imagine if my videos, if I didn't use like songs from the actual thing that I'm talking about, and I just used lo-fi hip hop on every single thing. It's like there's no fun
Yeah.
in that.
I feel
it
like
doesn't
there was
really fit your. Go on.
Oh no, you go on.
I was gonna say that like I don't really think it fits too much like Pan's aesthetic of like his videos.
No.
You go
I think
first.
I
No,
think
you
there
go
used
first.
to be. I think there used to be like older videos like you made where they did like Pan, and I think you like used to have.
I
like,
use like
not
Toonami's
lo-fi, but they were
music.
more like yeah.
The
that
Toonami
kind of
music
stuff,
fits
right?
a lot ways.
I
Yeah.
distinctly remember there was a song in the SWAT Cat video that I still go back and listen to because I really like that song.
Oh man. Oh,
You need to go back. You need to use Bonobo. Get some Bonobo up in this bitch.
okay, hang on.
Bonobo?
First off, that damn SWAT Cats video, I kind of fucked up in the rendering, and for absolutely no reason, that video is 60 FPS. There is no reason for that video to be 60 FPS at all. And it's just like
you just
that.
love SWAT Cats that much.
I don't know. I fucked up the rendering. Something
I'm
happened.
back. What about 60 FPS?
My for no reason my SWAT Cats video is 60 FPS, and it was just a rendering mistake. And it's like there's nothing on screen that dictates 60 FPS at all.
Is 60 FPS not standard? Because people have pointed out that I render in 60 FPS.
What are you reviewing? If you're reviewing cartoons, then no.
If you're reviewing video games, it's totally acceptable. But
Yeah. On the rare
No, I don't-
occasion, some video games I reviewed, I have used 60 FPS rendering.
I'm
well,
not
yeah,
really
because-
talking about animation and stuff.
I
Yeah.
don't want my Popeye cartoon in 60 FPS.
Animation, just it's fine 30 FPS for animation videos,
it's 24 frames per second.
I know,
you
but
fucking
like
mongrel.
in general, like when I do it, it's like 30 FPS because sometimes I have an image sliding into the frame, and it'll look smoother at 30 instead of 24.
I
Then
guess.
it's extra
Jesus.
smooth to
You know what, Pan? You know what you should do? You
What?
should render the transitions in 30 FPS, and then render the rest of the video in 24.
That's fucking a convoluted mess.
just render.
But it'll give
everything
you
at
better
10.
results.
That's so convoluted. I'm fine just doing 30 FPS with my regular videos, That's,
Well, I guess you just like your videos to be in low quality.
No.
Whoa.
Well.
We'll
If it
never-
isn't Ratchet and fucking Clank.
Oh man, I've been playing some Ratchet and Clank recently, the PS4 version. But whenever I'm playing the PS4 version, I'm like, damn,
Oh,
this
my
looks
cat is
cool.
in the microphone.
But it's gonna look awesome in PS5 when that comes out.
The PS5 version looks so good. The
Yeah,
fuck?
just I feel like Bart
I-
Simpson, where he just like kicks his damn game console into a fireplace, and the console's like, no, please, we can still have fun.
You reminded me of this old fucking review, or no, it was a commentary video on fucking like it was a commentary on Animat's Ratchet and Clank movie review, and it's one of the worst fucking videos I've ever
man.
watched. Because literally all this guy's like points are for Animat when he was fucking shitting on it. I don't even like Animat, but it was just every point that Animat was making, this guy's retort was basically, "No, it's not. No, it isn't." Like every literally that's every fucking point he made was just like, "No, it's not, and here's why. Because this fucking
Isn't that-
character is like, well, no, you're wrong."
Isn't that every commentary video though?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, but this is like on another
Extreme.
fucking level. I almost want to like. I don't know if the video is actually still up anymore because I think this guy took down a lot of his videos. But I almost want to recommend it just for how fucking
Man.
dense.
What
the-
were they
the-
arguing about, or what was the
is.
what were they commentating on?
They were basically saying that Matt was wrong for disliking the characters or thinking the movie. Literally, I think one of the first things he talks about is just how much he didn't like the characters, and he was like, "I'll have you know, the characters in Ratchet and Clank are fucking awesome." Like it was shit that.
Yeah.
Like it was so bad. Like all he was doing was just blindly defending the movie, like no good arguments against
Damn.
Matt's point.
Well, at least
Small
it made for a
channels
good
like
game.
that are wonderful.
Pan, you would like the original game just as well.
Yeah, I mean, okay, honestly, like I was playing I haven't played much Ratchet and Clank. I'm only playing the PS4 version. It's like, yeah, this is Death Jr. like everyone said, because Death Jr. is basically the same game, and it's time to remaster Death Jr.
Why remaster Death Jr. when you can have Ratchet and Clank?
But it's
Also-
Ratchet and Clank's not goth, you know.
Also, John, headphones, please.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I
I
beg.
thought he had a bird.
Oh no.
Show me the bird. Flips him off. Thank
Oh
you.
man. Yeah, this reminds me when the Hotel Transylvania when I made my Hotel Transylvania video, everyone was dissing on Animat because he hated those movies, and it's like, hey,
Well, he
everyone
fucking
calm
hates
down.
like every Sony movie.
Oh, well, you
What
know.
does he think of Spider? I think he follows me, but like, what?
Well,
Hey,
on his
Animat,
podcast, he's fine.
Animat, what do you think of Spider-Verse? Let me know in the comments below.
I think Spider-Verse was like the one he actually liked.
See,
but
doesn't
I know,
hate Sony.
I know he has this very strong dislike for Sony.
No, I mean it's understandable. Like there is some. I mean, outside like, I mean, okay. I mean, they made friggin' what's that show? I mean, what's that movie with the bear? Open season.
Oh,
and-
well, I'm not saying they haven't made shitty movies. I think it's just even the movies that have had massively like good reception, it almost just feels like blind, like just pure hatred for it.
What's your deal, Animat? What the fuck? What the fuck, bro?
I'm sure he has a good reason.
Animat, delete your channel. You've just been canceled.
Animat, more like Anascat.
Why is everyone being so mean? You can diss on his hat. I don't like that color. It's orange.
I've never seen an
Not a good
Animat
color.
video.
Change your hat, please.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everything else is fine, I guess.
Feels
Wear a
Make
top
this
hat
entire
instead.
Segment just make this entire segment like a censor beep.
no.
No,
Like, say the name.
Animat deserves to know what his peers think of him. His peers in the highly regarded, highly intellectual
He's
animation community.
fine. Don't worry. Although you're all mean, so I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't
I-
say a word.
I don't hate him. Like I think I don't give a shit about him.
I don't
Not
hate
like-
him. I just
you
hate
know,
his
I
hat.
just think he should wear a top hat.
Yeah, no, your hat
Yeah.
sucks, dude. I'm sorry. Like you're
Awful
nice.
color.
Awful
bad.
color. I believe it's a fedora or
Yeah.
fedora like adjacent.
Looking
Like
A trilby.
I was like, maybe he's a nice person. I just really don't like his content.
Oh.
Like,
maybe he's a nice person. I just think his hat is bad. hashtag Animat's hat is over party.
Yeah, time to take his hat
hat.
down a peg.
Okay, but I also want to say, because I feel like somebody might do this, if you see Matt Pat at a convention or somewhere whenever those return, please do not harass him over it. Good God, this is a joke. Like, don't be that person.
Mad Pat? Or what?
Matt Pat?
wait, Matt Pat?
Animat, fuck.
Oh.
Matt.
So you said Matt Pat?
Oh, what about Pat
Yeah,
Mac? Remember Pat Mac? And then there's Mad Pat, and then there's Animat.
Yep.
All the
Animat
classics.
and Matt Pat, the
Yep.
same person?
Y'all need to fucking...
Santoro.
Matthew Santoro, God. What a mess.
Who's Matthew Santoro?
He was the guy that started that whole top 10 trend that like was a thing for like a year, like 4 or 5 years ago, where like just a bunch of people were going like top 10 scariest places in the world, number 10, like that kind of shit.
Wait, but people still do that.
Yeah,
but
I
he was
stopped.
the one that kind of started that whole thing of people doing individual stuff themselves instead of like Watch Mojo or like corporate shit.
Yeah, but Pan, you stopped, but so did your subscriber count. So really,
No,
who's the loser? here?
surprisingly, like after the Hotel Transylvania and the Billy and Mandy video, those like spiked up since people actually care about those topics.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Everybody, next Pizza Party podcast, we're gonna talk about what's another show people give a shit about? I can't think of any.
House.
Okay, KO. I don't know.
Revisit Shaolin Chronicles just so I can live
Oh,
vicariously through you dunking on it.
Yeah. Ooh.
That show sucked. Can we talk about how bad that show was?
And racist.
I
What's with Omi?
remember the original teaser for that show. They hadn't had. I don't know if it was a teaser or it was a leaked thing. But they hadn't had all the sound effects added yet and the dialogue. So Terrace played both Omi and Jack Spicer in the clip.
Craig is here.
Okay,
Free
Craig.
bears.
This is our recording
Craig.
device, Craig.
Yeah, it's our recording device, Craig, who finally decided to work. Fuck you, bitch. Now I'm gonna have to like Frankenstein the shit out of this podcast. Pan, I'm gonna have to ask you to pay me in PS5s.
Oh no, that costs money.
Fine, there's like a cutoff.
It does.
I've been trying to win the PS5 by changing my diet to Burger King's exclusively.
Okay,
Ow.
Pan. How about instead of that, why not just ask them for a review? Review console.
I'm a cartoon. I don't even know who to ask.
Cat
You
just bit
know,
me.
who do I even ask for that? You know.
You have Twitter mutuals who are fucking game reviewers. Just be like,
Yeah.
hey, fucking.
Yo, I want the
Pan, please stop
PS5
eating
and
Burger King.
the Series X.
Burger King is like an emergency meal.
Man, look, I want.
It really is, yeah.
A better
This is what I need.
McDonald's.
Okay, no.
I gotta eat something.
Fucking McDonald's is way better than Burger King. Like,
I don't know.
McDonald's is like, McDonald's is the comfort food of of like just general fast food. Like, it's always going to be the same, despite the occasional like,
McDonald's is like the Nintendo effect.
McDonald's is to Burger King as
Are Nintendo
the-
fans just going to take that? Like,
as the N64 was to the Dreamcast.
Whoa.
Oh,
Oh my.
holy shit! Ooh.
I guess. I don't know. That sounds
Hey,
like.
not like there's any Burger King fans, hardcore Burger King fans in the audience.
What about Wendy's? Though?
Wendy's is
Don't care
good.
about
Wendy's is
Wendy's.
pog.
Wendy's
like
doesn't
Wendy's.
exist.
Wait,
I
what?
remember when Wendy's had like boneless wings. Those were good times, but then they got rid of them around 2011.
I love.
It's
the
just
idea-
chicken nuggets. It's just chicken nuggets.
They were covered in like sauce and stuff. It was good.
What
This,
kind of
you
sauce?
can do that with regular chicken
Yeah,
nuggets.
but they're not. They're
No,
not
but it's not bowls.
the sauce. It's not the same sauce.
Well, then make it.
Give me
God,
the
you're
sauce.
Pan needs his
I want the
Szechuan
sauce.
McNugget sauce.
I
said
just
Pan
heard
only knows
someone
how to
say
make
like
two things.
Wendy's. I just heard someone say Wendy's doesn't exist, and I just like the idea of someone saying that, and like the next day, like there's like a top Twitter headline saying all Wendy's around the world disappeared.
Oh
Wendy's
no.
doesn't exist.
They're always like a what is that? A Mandela effect. They never exist.
Yeah.
We don't have Wendy's here. That's the context.
Wow, imagine not having Wendy's because you're a fucking limey.
All right, Yank.
Like, oi, governor, it's me. I'm British. I eat fish and chips and am transphobic like J.K. Rowling.
How's the
You guys
travel
stop.
restrictions, Nolan?
That's what you guys sound like. Owned.
What do you have in place of Wendy's? Or anything at all?
Wendy's
It's probably called something like Yankees or something, and it's like
Yankees.
No, we just don't have Wendy's. There
Well,
doesn't
you
need to
don't-
be a replacement. We don't need so many fast food places.
yeah, you do. Otherwise,
That's
you're
all
not
we
like.
have.
Like, I
Yeah.
think we just got
Break
Five
the
Guys
Wendy's
recently.
over.
All
There's,
America
like-
has is fast food in the movie industry. That's all we know.
There's like one Taco Bell in London.
Whoa, nice. Gotta go to the last Taco Bell in London. It's the only way to survive.
The first and last Taco Bell in London.
Oh man. Hopefully you can't hear the construction in the next room.
I don't know. It fucking.
What? I
hear
can't
that and
hear you
just
over
get,
the
I just get
clanking.
reminded of how Taco Bell has been rejected from most Hispanic regions.
Yeah,
like,
us ostracized from our
times.
kind.
I love how they like Speedy Gonzalez and stuff that white people are like, oh no, that's offensive. You can't like that. Meanwhile, like Taco Bell's the only thing where they're like, yeah, fuck you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's just how white people work. We just assume everything is racist when most of the time the other.
Yeah,
races
no,
are
except for Taco Bell. Except for Taco
Yeah.
Bell, the only thing Hispanics are actually offended by from us.
I've never had a taco
Great.
before.
I remember like back in fucking high school, I wrote like a 7-page paper for English, and it was just breaking down like racism in media, and I basically learned that most of the time other races don't give a shit about a lot of that stuff. Like a lot of the time, it's usually just fucking like white people saying it's
It's true.
racist.
White people being like, oh, stop it now.
Oh, this reminds me when there was a protest for the Toy Story 2 video game.
What?
Wait,
Really?
Yeah, if you can find an
For
article, but
what?
like when the video game of Toy Story 2 was coming out, you had this one enemy who was basically a bandito who had a sombrero and guns and stuff, but apparently that didn't go over so well, and there was a protest to patch him out or something.
Wow, it looks like things are really heating up around here. The Sarah Silverman program will be back after these messages.
The Sarah Silverman program may not be suitable for sensitive viewers. If you are such a viewer, now might be the time to go make yourself a nice BM.
Well, there was that same
like
shit
that.
with Mario Odyssey with the
Odyssey, yep.
the sombrero
That-
costume.
Yeah, but I don't think
Well, it
that
was
caused
on
any
the
like
cover.
protests, physical.
No,
No, I
there,
mean,
there was
it
there was a
caused
controversy.
Dang.
Yeah,
I do
it caused
feel
a
that-
backlash to get it changed.
Nah, they ain't
I
gonna
do
change
feel
it.
like on Twitter,
Yeah, because white people suck.
these kinds of
Stop being offended by
controversies-
everything, you fucking pussies. Let people of their own race be offended by that shit. God.
I feel like the controversies end up getting blown out of proportion because people want Twitter likes.
Yeah.
That and also it's gotten worse due to the quarantine because everybody's going fucking stir crazy and needs something to like ostracize and destroy.
Honestly, I feel like
Remember when
people were like that
tried
before
to cancel
quarantine.
Chris Evans earlier this year because of a dick pic.
Uh-oh, I remember
what?
that.
I mean,
Quality.
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
cancel him too. I would cancel him and his wrecking ball shaped dick too.
Whoa.
What?
Like Chris,
Ooh.
I know you're listening to this podcast. What is
man.
that shit?
Just-
You're a celebrity. You can go to a plastic surgeon and get
Does-
that shit fixed.
Does Chris Evans listen to our podcast?
Yes.
Oh my
Maybe the
God.
British Chris Evans.
American,
I love
Americans are ass
the
cookies.
idea of him going on a fucking talk show
oh.
and just shitting on this podcast.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was listening to the Pizza Party podcast, and they said like I had a wrecking ball shaped dick. Like, what the fuck is up with that? And Jimmy Kimmel's like, oh wow, that's like so shocking. Wow. And then he makes like a really shitty, unfunny joke and goes, can we get a clip of that to like get people to ignore the shitty, unfunny joke that he made?
Oh man. Fuck.
These guys are gonna be ostracized. They won't be able to go to any other Marvel movie premieres. Oh no.
Oh no. No more
Chris
Marvel
Evans?
movies.
Chris Evans, I'll rescind my comment if you get me exclusive tickets to see Black Widow in theaters never.
Oh, that ain't never coming out.
Sonic the Hedgehog, King of the Cinema in 2020
Yeah,
by
yeah.
default.
Being
Can I-
like the
can we-
only
There's like
major
they
movie
released
that
like
came out this year.
3 movies this year.
I know we talked about this probably, or somebody mentioned it, but I just want to say how I love how appropriate and funny it is that Sonic like won by default.
No other
It's
competition.
not even a
Like,
real win.
History repeats itself.
Yeah.
I think Bad Boys 3 was like the highest grossing film this year, strictly because it was like the only major box office film other than Sonic to come
That's
out.
cool.
Yeah.
It's like a race with no other contestants.
Yeah.
Because Sonic
It's-
is
it's-
so fast.
It's like that guy who's like chewing on the gold medal and spraying champagne everywhere except all the other placements are empty.
It's not enough to succeed. Others must fail.
Mandy.
Yeah. 'Cause, man, I want the D.
Fail.
I kind of
was
wonder
that
what
about
happened
D?
to that movie
What?
Rumble.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
Rumble
Rumble?
movie.
the Rumble movie with like the really hot aliens, and it's just like
That looked fun, but it got delayed.
The movie they just delayed.
Yeah.
Really recently.
It's like,
they
I'm
delayed
gonna
it?
fucking come.
Yeah, they delayed it to I think like May next year.
I mean, that's fine because I just
Oh,
like
that
I
one.
haven't heard anything about this movie at all.
I can't.
Like, okay.
Hey, Bear Boy, out of curiosity, why are you messaging us from AOL.com, by the way?
What?
You got a bit
You're-
of crust
You sound
around
like
you.
you're on a phone right now.
You sound like you're on dial-up, and you're like, just one moment, please. Burping, burping, burping. I mean, you're audible. Like, if that's any consolation.
Audible.com.
Audible sponsoring RebelTaxi's Pizza Party podcast for sure, definitely.
Save
Yes.
100% on book by not buying.
Have you ever like? There's a really great
No.
video.
Hold on, really quick. Hold on, really quick for a second. I don't mean to interrupt, but Cheick, do you want to try that one more time?
Try
Try
save 100% on book by not buying.
Good. That was better. Okay. What were you saying, Michael?
Yeah, there's this great video. It's a channel called Fact Fiend. They did a video because they've been offered sponsorships before.
Oh, no.
And the guy who runs the channel doesn't like doing sponsorships unless he genuinely likes the company. And he has like openly done like 3 or 4 videos breaking down all the rules of different sponsorships. And he did like I think like a 30-minute video on all of Raid Shadow Legends like rules for a sponsorship and all of Audible's rules, and some of that shit is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Do you remember one off the top of your head?
Oh,
In Audible, the Audible sponsorship, they specifically stated you are not allowed to mention the word book.
But audiobook.
No, you
Audio.
can mention the word audiobook, but you can't mention book, and you cannot have a physical book on screen.
Oh, weird, because I was able to do that for my sponsor.
I know
Hey,
Raycon has a rule that you have to mention black people.
What?
Interesting.
Bring
I
up black
don't know if
celebrities.
this rule has changed, but a distinct one was you can't mention Harry Potter was one of them.
Harry Potter sucks anyway.
Probably because that's everybody's like, I'm recommending a book. It's Harry Potter. and
Everybody read that
everybody's
shit.
read it, yeah.
My friends call
Probably
me
why.
Harry Potter because I'm
Oh, I
boring
was
as
thinking
fuck.
it was because of J.K. Rowling. Was
That's what I was
probably why.
thinking as well.
Well, I mean, was this recent or?
This was within the last year, I believe, the video.
Okay, then yeah, it's probably J.K. Rowling. But I was thinking like this was in the before times.
Oh, Craig's gone.
Craig died. Craig's
Craig's back.
Yeah, you're gonna probably be hearing somebody go now recording a lot.
Now recording.
There
There
he
it
is.
is. Yeah,
There he is. Now recording.
that's just gonna be a bit now. It's just gonna be, oh, is Craig recording? Oh, cool, he's recording. Great, and then we're just gonna move on. Just don't worry about it.
Craig's a
But yeah.
good guy.
So,
Craig
what
in
were-
the background.
can I just want to mention this again. While I do apologize for the really stupid comments I made about Craig of the Creek in the initial podcast where we talked about it, I don't apologize for mentioning his stupidly shaped head.
So
It is,
mean.
he has got a weird
Motherfucker got an axe to the head when he was a baby.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. He probably like
Lip.
fell, busted his head. So sad.
The head writer of Craig of the Creek follows me
fell
on
out-
Twitter.
Oh, that's sweet.
If you're watching this, hi Jeff.
I commissioned somebody who worked on Craig of the Creek to draw me something, and somebody stole that commission. It's fucked up.
What?
I had a friend once who commissioned the artist for The Completionist, and they stole their money and never gave them the commission.
Oh no!
Why are famous artists bastards?
I'm sure it's an inconvenience on that thing.
I don't know if he still has the same artist, but I know it was the artist for The Completionist. Like maybe it's still the current one, or it was at one point. But I remember my friend years ago like commissioning them for something, and they completely fucked them over. Like never gave them the commission, never responded to any of their messages, and basically like stole their money.
Damn, gotta look into that. But what happened with me with my stupid freaking commission? I don't know. I was at Comic.
You're doing that panting thing again.
Sorry, I was at Comic-Con and I said, "Hey, can you draw me the bird and also the goths for somebody?" Okay, well, I wanted the goth characters because I like their designs, but I wanted the bird for someone else, and I waited a few days and came to pick it up, and they told me, "Didn't you already pick it up?" It's like, no. It's like, uh-oh, somebody stole my damn commission somehow. And
you guys are talking about physical commissions.
Yeah, in person in Comic-Con.
Digital ones.
I don't know how I guess somebody was just going to a random booth and saying, "Hey, can I pick up that commission?" Sure, like assuming that there is one. Maybe.
They didn't verify.
Okay, how do you not vet, like, you're like, If you get that many commissions to the point where you might accidentally hand them out, you should start like inventorying that shit. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. It's just like, what happened? And I emailed the artist, and they emailed me back, and then they just disappeared. And then I see on Twitter that I don't know, they have a lot of medical issues, and I'm like, I don't want to bother them. Never mind. So yeah.
No, actually, we're coming to get your money back. We're going to get your money back from this sickly person.
Nah, they're. Just, I'm just like,
you have cancer. You didn't draw my thread. His goth GF. We're coming for you, bitch.
Yeah, it's gone forever.
We're coming for you to give you funds for your.
No, we're taking funds back. You're starting to GoFundMe to repay my friend, son.
Please. Yeah, it's been 2 years, still no commission.
This sounds like the plot to like a movie by the guy who did Hangover, or a Seth Rogen movie.
Oh no, gotta get my commission back.
Like Judd Apatow, like that shit.
Yeah, a Judd Apatow movie.
Yeah, back for revenge. Where's my dang bird drawing and the goth drawing?
And the movie will be 2 hours because for some reason all of Judd Apatow movies are like 2 hours long.
Yeah. Who needs to edit? Just let the camera run. Don't worry about it.
He's like a straight Paul Feig.
Yeah.
I don't even like. He's made a couple of movies I've liked, but I think my biggest problem is like I'm someone who feels like a lot of comedies. Comedy is a genre to me where unless the movie is like consistently funny throughout the entire thing, I don't think it needs to be 2 hours.
Yeah, just let the camera roll. It's called improv. You know, it's randomly generated comedy. Just don't write a script. Just have an outline. You're done.
It's procedurally generated comedy.
Yeah, the worst kind.
That's just called the shitpost bot.
It's a roguelike.
Yeah. It's a roguelike, but bad.
Yeah, it's just slightly different each
Justin
time.
Roiland and 100 monkeys.
It's slightly different each time, so it's infinite possibilities, but they're all roughly the same.
100 gex.
Yeah.
Procedurally generated band.
Yeah. Noise core.
I listened to 100 gex, and I'm just glad Fred Figglehorn is still getting work.
I listened to gex 64.
Go on, Pat.
It's an okay soundtrack, although I like the audio clips. You know, all the classic gex one-liners like "Welcome back to Touched by an Uncle." That's a good quality E-rated title that he should say. Yeah.
Actually.
I've only listened to 2 songs. They're all right. I think the lead singer is hot.
Woo woo.
Gay.
Malik, what were you gonna say?
What?
You sounded like you were gonna say something. You said,
yeah.
Like
did Gex actually say?
Yeah, that's an actual line from Gex. Like he has a lot of weird ones. Like this looks like Boyd. No wait, what was it? This makes me want to go inside Boyd George's pants or something.
Whoa!
No.
Whoa!
Wait, are we talking about Gex or 100
I don't know how
Gex?
that joke would fly now.
That joke should have never flown. That thing should have been shot in the air. You know.
Ooh.
That's a bird whose wings should have been clipped a long time ago.
Oh man.
Zing.
Caw, no.
Bazinga.
What, Ka like the snake?
Caw.
Do we need to get into that situation, that malarkey?
No, let's not.
No?
Let's not.
Well, no, hold on. I think Malik likes Ka the snake quite a bit.
This is the worst episode of Space Ghost I've ever listened to.
Pan, for April Fool's Day, you should do a Space Ghost episode.
God, that'd be a dream where I'd be a talk show host. Yeah.
Pan, you would be the worst talk show host ever.
Oh,
like
God, I'd be too socially
you'd be like on a
scared.
Yeah, you'd be like Eric Andre, but like unironic instead of ironic.
Oh no! I'd be just stuttering over my words and not knowing what to say. There'd be awkward pauses.
What if you could do it the Space Ghost way, where they you could interview someone beforehand with another person,
Yeah.
and then just take all that audio and just try and make it happen.
Yeah, it's like what does the behind the scenes of Space Ghost even look like? Who are they really interviewing? And are these like all?
I don't know if they've ever confirmed who the person was.
It's a
that was
mystery.
interviewing
They're,
them.
they're like a ghost interviewer.
Was it?
No,
was it
I
Space
actually-
Ghost interviewer.
Was
Whoa!
it actually
It's a
George
plant.
or was it someone else?
Like some people, I heard a thing where like some people were more enthusiastic than others. Other people were like, "What am I even doing here?" But other people like Carol Channing, they were totally into it and just
think
gave them so
my-
much material.
My favorite story about Space Ghost Coast to Coast was at a convention. Someone asked them, "What's the worst person that you ever interviewed?" And they said Harlan Williams was the worst person because they said he was. I think it was. I don't remember if it was George Lowe or like one of the creators. I think they straight up said like Harlan Williams is the least funny human being I've ever spoken to.
Oh man, that's
Or something like
sucks.
that. I know that they just fucking bashed the shit out of him when they talked about him because they were just like he was trying so hard and like not one fucking thing he said made me laugh.
Pomegranates.
I
Pomegranates.
gotta look them up.
I've never seen an
I w-
episode of Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
He's been in
I
a
would-
lot of Canadian stuff because he's Canadian.
Sweet.
I would love it. I would love it if he like saw that and tweeted like a frowny face and that was it.
Oh. Why?
I know him from two things: robots and Freddy Got Fingered.
Oh, classics.
Harlan Williams.
Yes.
I
Who
know
does who does he
I don't know
play?
why- I actually in robots or Freddy Got Fingered.
Yes.
Oh, in robots, he's the big dumb green robot that's part of the main group, and in Freddy Got Fingered, he's like the best friend, the main
Oh.
character. Like, it's
That would
like
ex-
broken.
that would explain why he was in Freddy Got Fingered.
I know him as the main character in a Canadian cartoon called Ned's Newt.
Well, yeah, they replaced him after the first season, if
Really?
I remember correctly. Yeah, they ended up replacing him. I don't know why. I assume it was probably because he was a character actor, so I don't know. Maybe he was too expensive, or maybe he just didn't want to keep doing it. I don't know.
He was also the police guy that pulled over Lloyd
Oh,
in Dumb and
shit.
Dumber and drank the beer
Yes!
bottle.
Oh my god, I
Damn.
forgot about that. Drinks the fucking piss. He drinks
Keep
the
your
piss
mouth
in the
shut if
bottle.
you know it's good for you.
Get the hell out of here.
I've never seen Dumb and Dumber. Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty
I
good.
love.
I saw it on a
seen it.
skiing trip.
Don't remember it.
I saw that probably when I was too young. I think I saw that when I was like 8 or 9.
I remember
fucking
dog
lost
sex
it watching
jokes.
That movie.
First time I saw it was on a skiing trip in like high school,
Oh,
in,
that's
like grade 8 or something. It was hilarious. Everyone was dying. Like someone said, "I have Dumb and Dumber with me. Let's watch it." And I mean, we just kept watching it anyways.
Oh,
But yeah, it was hilarious.
this
I
reminds
feel
me.
I feel like you're the type of guy, Malik, to have been like, no, it's PG-13. We're not old enough. Come on.
They aired
Nah,
that
it's-
movie on Cartoon Network.
Really?
Yes. They cut out a bunch.
How would you?
They
There's
could-
like 4 or 5 scenes you'd have to cut.
Yeah, I noticed
Or, like-
while watching it, they cut out some stuff, and it's like they cut it down to PG.
Well,
Did it make
I
sense?
thought about like Lloyd's fantasy. Like,
Yeah.
with the main girl in the movie.
That
I'm like,
cut-
you'd
that was
have to
cut
cut
out.
like
And
3.
that's funny.
Yeah, you'd have to cut out like 3 scenes from that.
They aired it
To
on.
be, to
Oh,
be fair,
sorry.
it doesn't add anything to the movie, so I guess you could cut it fine. But
It was so weird. Like they played
they aired
Jurassic
it on-
Park 3.
They did.
Yeah,
yeah,
That's right. They did. I
I
forgot.
remember
so
that.
weird.
And
I was
they
gonna
didn't
say-
really edit
oh,
much
sorry.
either.
They aired Dumb and Dumber on Teletoon, but that was on their night block when they still had one, and it was completely uncensored
Oh,
Well,
alongside
yeah, that
Dang.
was like the Adult
Everything.
Swim block for Teletoon.
Ain't
wasn't
no
it?
rules.
The Detour. We aired like AKIRA 4 times on Teletoon, like in the mid 2000s.
That's
Apparently.
hard as fuck.
Tetsuo! 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 Tetsuo!
Shit, pickle.
Kaneda! Tetsuo!
Tit, dick, shit, dick,
shit,
dick.
shit.
I say Pog. What of it?
Was it? Let me say one more thing about Harlan Williams. He was in a really obscure Canadian thing called the Santa Claus Brothers.
Oh, they aired that on Cartoon Network
was
once.
that thing that Colin Mockery was in, or was that something else?
I think that was something else. Bryan Cranston is in the Santa Claus.
Bryan
Brothers.
Cranston's in this. Holy shit!
How did they get him for that?
Oh, look, he was.
Okay, to be fair, this was a guy 5 years prior who was doing Power Rangers.
Yeah, just like calling
Like-
Billy the other F word behind the scenes for all we know, you know?
I think, yeah, sounds about right.
That was Bryan Cranston doing it?
Maybe you don't know. Billy was, everyone was homophobic towards Billy, the Blue Ranger on the set of Power Rangers, and it could have been Bryan Cranston. Who knows who was the homophobes?
Yeah, Bryan Cranston. Bryan Cranston, denounce homophobia, or else we know you were the one in Power Rangers who was doing that.
Goddamn
Fucker.
racist.
I don't think he was
It's not-
recurring. I don't know if he was a crew member or he just happened to do voices on it.
Both,
I know
I think.
he did like 3 or 4 voices on it.
Yeah, both of those.
Because I know he did a lot of anime in the mid '90s.
Oh yeah, true. He was like Fei Long in the Street Fighter movie. Yeah.
Oh, there was something I actually found out very recently about Bryan Cranston and some of his anime he did in the mid '90s. There was a second dub of Gotcha Man, which if you did, like, it's that thing that
In Tetsunoko vs. Capcom.
Yeah, and I think Megas XLR, was that the characters that like Voltron? Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Voltron and Gotcha Man was the main parody, to the point they got 2 of the actors from the original Gotcha Man dub to play those characters. But it was a second dub they did in the 90s, and they changed the name to Eagle Riders.
Oh, that sucks.
And I don't know if this is true or not, but I remember reading years ago, and I only remember this very recently, that apparently Bryan Cranston stands by that's one of the worst things he's ever worked on.
Oh man, what happened?
I don't know. He never said. I just remember there was some old interview with him like years ago where like someone asked him like what was like the worst thing you did in your early career, and he said like I did this shitty show Eagle Riders.
Watch Troy Baker become the next Bryan Cranston. He'll be like, "Oh man, I had to work on this shitty series. It was like called Persona."
Oh no!
It's like, whoa, dude, class traitor! How dare you?
I had to work on the Power Rangers, and there was this fat called Billy.
Do you want an F-word pass?
No, I can't say it, even though I'm into guys and
cool
stuff.
fan.
But I can't say that.
Calling out every
You're not into
celebrity
guys.
today.
Fuck you,
It's like,
liar.
it's very look. There's a broad spectrum of chicks that I'm into, but then with guys, it's just like very specific. So it's like it's a very narrow thing. You got to throw a dart like a.
Pan likes girls.
If
and
you
angel
say
dust.
if you say you like femboys, you're basically straight. I don't give a fuck.
Well, I guess I'm straight.
I'm glad we all got this sorted out together, gang.
Forcibly outing Pan on the podcast.
I didn't forcibly out him. He said it himself.
I want to bone the spider from Has-Been Hotel. Yeah.
I thought you were about to say the spider from James and the Giant Peach.
Oh God,
for
no.
some reason.
No, that's Toon Brain.
She's fine too.
Betty and Mandy.
Yeah, no, that's Toon Brain's. That's Toon Brain's realm.
Yeah,
can't-
I knew that.
Lots
yeah.
of
We can't
quality
take-
spiders.
Yeah, spiders are pretty cool.
Wrath of the Spider
You know,
Queen on Billy
Nolan.
and Mandy. Good stuff.
I gotta admit, if you take out the bottom half, it's she's fairly attractive. If
Pussy,
you take out
pussy,
the bottom,
rude,
Pussy.
rude,
Love the whole. Or fucking shut up.
rude.
What is so funny?
Hey, let's talk about something else. How about Beyblade?
just that last minute.
Let it rip.
Beyblade is cool. Except Beyblade Burst.
I don't know what the fuck some people are laughing at anymore. it's late.
It's fucking 9 p.m.
Hey,
It's almost 2.
got any animation news?
Fuck animation. Animation
Andy
sucks.
Tartakovsky's making a new show.
Yeah, and it's not Symbionic Titan. What the fuck?
I forget what it was called. Unicorn Defenders or something.
Let the
I
dream
haven't
die.
seen anything from it. I just remember
All there
someone
is a
talking
poster.
recently.
Unicorn Saviors or something.
Unicorn
It's like-
Warriors Eternal. That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's got like this ball robot and that one chick that has
Wow,
black
a
hair.
teenage girl, a soldier, and a giant autonomous robot.
Shush.
I wonder, Kendi,
Shush.
If he really wanted to bring back Symbionic Titan, he would have.
He has enough power in the animation industry now to do whatever the fuck
Yeah,
he wants.
he's got-
I think, honestly.
I can feel my leg and my arm. My comrades. They're all still hurting.
Yeah.
You feel it too, don't you? Gonna make them give back our past.
Yeah, bring
I'm
back
in a Metal
Sonic
Gear Solid
Underground.
Fuck you, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
They never found their mother.
Good. She didn't deserve to be found.
Oh.
I thought you just made a Sonic Underground.
Oh, but that's what we're talking about.
They never found the mother in that?
No, they never finished.
Yeah, they all
Shit.
I remember seeing a fucking Kickstarter a few years ago of someone trying to make a season 2,
Good luck
and
with
they
that.
apparently got a cease and desist from
Oh.
I think
Deep.
whoever owns. Well, number one, they didn't even get close to their funding.
Oh.
And
I can't imagine why.
I don't
Just
think
eludes
I don't
me.
I don't think Deke technically exists anymore. I think it's Cookie Jar.
Yeah, Cookie
It's
Jar.
Cookie Jar.
DHX or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Wild
something.
Brain.
They number one, they didn't even get close because I think they asked for like $10,000. I'm like, you can't bring back a show with $10,000.
Just
I
watch.
can bring back 12-ounce mouse with that budget.
Honestly,
Yeah, not
I'm
with that
surprised-
fucking attitude, Michael.
Make Sonic Underground with about 7 frames per episode.
Hell yeah.
Now it's really underground.
6 feet underground.
Sonic and his mommy. Sonic will find his mommy.
Honestly, I'm surprised they cared enough to issue a cease and desist.
Well, I remember there was this guy who he successfully funded this this CG follow-up show to the 90s X-Men cartoon, and it got successfully funded. They made the first episode, they put it on YouTube, and within like 2 days, Marvel fucking slammed a hard cease and desist on that. Well, because it was something about the guy was saying like he was trying to make it official or some shit, and apparently Marvel was like, yeah, you legally can't call it official. So
Call it unofficial and then we'll talk.
It's been officially acknowledged.
yeah, they
Yeah.
they kept trying to like build it up as like this is the real successor and this is the real continuation, and they like were using all the shit to try and connect it to the 90s cartoon, and like Fox and Marvel were like, hey, cut that shit out and we're taking this away from you.
And then he was like, no, you can't. It's my life's work. And they're like, that's depressing. Then they leave.
Let him to die.
Cease and desist.
Stanley personally broke into his house and destroyed his computer.
How's it going? How's it going, True Believer? You know, Stanley
were trying to rip me off.
Stanley comes in with his adult diaper and he goes, how are you doing, True Believers? And then he pulls it down and shits all over it. Like the angry video game nerd.
Damn.
Wouldn't
He
that
just
still be
walks out the
salvageable?
door still with his fucking pants down. Excelsior.
Waddles away.
This feels blasphemous.
Fist in the air.
That's
Nah,
what he would
it's not-
do.
It's fine. Stanley's dead. Who gives
Have
a
you
shit?
remember that
That's
video
why it
where he
feels
was-
blasphemous.
I mean, look, remember that time when he was dissing on like those Image comic guys, Todd McFarlane and
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yep, where he was being an asshole.
where they're just trying to draw their OC over to kill, and Stanley's just like, wow, you guys can draw hands. That's amazing.
Well, it's funny 'cause I find it so funny because McFarlane used to work for Stan Lee.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious as to what their connection was in terms of that job and after with that video.
I'm sure they were cool. Like on Instagram, Todd McFarlane still posts pictures of him with Stan Lee, so you know they're fine. I think.
And he's like, "Oh, it's my friend Stan Lee, ha ha ha." And then Stan Lee is looking up from hell and is like,
It's like, I don't know you.
Nolan.
I don't like this guy using my image.
Don't want him using my image comic. That didn't work out so well. Never mind.
Do you guys remember Stan Lee's Batman?
Give it another go, Pan. Give it a try. Come on, you got this.
I don't want you all using my image for that comic. I don't know. It's not gonna work out, fam.
Ooh.
It was better conceptually.
Ooh. Woof.
Ooh.
Stan Lee's Batman.
Yo. Stan Lee's not in Mortal Kombat
weird.
11, but Todd McFarlane's OC is.
Have you ever seen the original design of Batman that Bob Kane drew, and then Bill Finger was like, "Hey, this looks fucking stupid. I'm gonna make this look better."
and then he's like,
"Oh shit! You mean the one where Batman's red and he looks like Mr. Incredible? Holy shit!"
Yeah, and it looks like fucking like he's got like a wingsuit. It looks terrible.
Yeah, what the fuck? This looks like this straight up looks like
that.
Mr. Incredible. Oh god.
Yeah, and again,
Bob Kane Batman.
Bill Finger came in and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna fucking fix this shit because this looks awful." And Bob Kane was like, "Okay, well then I'm not gonna credit you on any of the fucking comics until after I'm long dead and Batman vs Superman came out."
Damn.
That was very specific.
Killed his legacy.
There's a really good documentary on Hulu about that whole shit. It's Bob Kane's kind of a cocksucker. If you watch that documentary, he basically stole all the credit from the guy who made like most of the most famous comic book characters of all time by like never crediting him or including him in a lot of shit.
So
and
mean.
like Bill Finger like basically died alone in like a New York apartment.
I've been there.
Oh
wow.
Oh no, it's
yet,
really
Nolan.
fucked up what Bob Kane did to that guy.
He just took his OCs and made them cool.
Well, yeah, and there was a whole legal suit in the mid 2010s where Bill Finger's family basically went to DC and was like, "Hey, Bob Kane's a piece of shit. Bill Finger created these characters, and we have all the fucking proof that he did because they had a lot of his shit." And they basically went to court and won out, and now Bill Finger has official credit on all Batman stuff with Bob Kane.
I like this image of like Batman, but it just has finger on it in honor of Bill Finger, but it just looks weird. I'll make this like
it looks like a shit post.
Finger.
Somebody should like do Finger her, you know?
Oh yeah, that's what Bill Finger would have wanted. You think Bill Finger saw The Incredibles as like, wow, they're paying tribute to my Batman. That's so awesome.
Bill Finger died in the 80s.
Oh.
70.
He died in
Damn.
the 80s.
That's
I said
fucked
that
up.
earlier.
He didn't live long enough to see The Incredibles. You ever think about that? There's a lot of people who died before they saw The Incredibles.
As a kid, I used to think about how old people were based on if they were born before or after Star Wars.
That's so specific.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Because like the year Star Wars came out was like one of the first release dates I ever memorized as a kid. So I would always think, man, people born before 1977 are old.
Yeah, true. Don't you ever just associate a year with a movie that came out that year? Like when I think 2006, I think Sonic 06, even though that's not a movie, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
I do too.
Or PS3.
No, because I measure
I think
time
it
through
depends
time.
on what was it?
What? I couldn't hear you. What? I can't hear you. I don't have fucking ears.
I wonder if I could get away with stealing Loki and making him cooler.
No. Damn.
I'm gonna make him pink.
Oh,
Worse
man.
people have
I'm
tried.
gonna pull a Bill Finger.
Damn, we gotta. It's like an expanded universe of just people taking my OCs and repurposing them, which are just OCs I ripped off. I ripped off Martian Queen for one of my characters, so yeah.
Don't admit it. You're gonna get sued.
No, it's different enough. It's fine.
Borrowed
To be fair, I think it's kind of like with voiceover. I think it's like a lot of art, a lot of designs, and a lot of voices are all based on actual things or like other things. So it's like there's no such thing as an original creation, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Imagine Tara Strong taking somebody to court, and she goes, "They were doing my voice."
Damn.
She's like the only person I could imagine doing that.
I was watching.
No, I was about to say I could see her do that though.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Tara Strong is evil.
Oh man.
I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but the last time I went to Comic-Con, Tara Strong was there, and they had her doing character voices, and Craig's back and gone. They had her doing character voices, and they put up pictures of her characters, and then they put a picture up of the 2016 Powerpuff Girls Bubbles, and she just says, "That's the bad Bubbles."
Oh wait, what'd you say?
What did she say?
She said, "That's the bad Bubbles."
Oh.
I think I remember. I've had friends who have like had stories about her at conventions and how just very unpleasant she was. I remember interviewing someone who was going to remain anonymous. This was years ago. But,
It was me.
I remember I interviewed a voice actor, and after the call was over, he was so chill because he was just openly talking about how some other voice actors were that he had known personally, and because of that, I was just like, "Ooh, okay. So what are these people like?" I just wanted to prod it, like, what are these people like when they're not on camera? And I remember asking him about Tara Strong, and literally all he said was, "Have you seen her Twitter?" "Yeah, that's her."
What does that mean?
I wouldn't see Twitter.
It was at the time she was doing a lot of shit where she was openly like shitting on people that like tried to insult her. Basically, he was just saying she's a big diva.
Oh.
I found the video.
I'm sure she just got off on the wrong foot. You know what Oh.
Oh God, you have video that.
Damn, video evidence of just.
Damn, that was a year ago, like 4 days ago.
Yeah. We don't talk about that time I met Tara Strong, and it was so sad.
I think everybody talks about that time you met Tara Strong.
Even though, because the real reason, because like, I wrote a story, and it's like that's what happened wasn't actually what happened, because I changed the story where I didn't tell a bad joke. She was just talking about some show that she didn't like working on, and I was like, can I say this out loud? I make YouTube videos. I have like 100 subscribers. This was when I was way younger, and she threatened to beat me up. Yeah, that happened.
And that made you horny.
No, it didn't. No, it's just like I was just like, what do I do?
Get out of my face, you fucking nerd.
Oh man, what do I do?
If you tell anybody, I will personally come to your house and murder you.
Yeah, so
because
sad.
I can.
That's fine.
She could legally kill someone, possibly.
I mean, I think her husband's like a lawyer or something. Her husband's like, her husband has some job that like gives her family like a shit.
Please don't touch me. My dad is a lawyer, and I will not.
She has a nice house. I've seen her on Take Home Chef. If anyone remembers that show.
No.
Okay.
Jess Harnell was on like a fucking house, like a home improvement show, or like one of those shows where I'm like, look at this guy's fucking awesome house that you'll never afford, like those kind of shows.
Rude.
And Jess Harnell's fucking house is amazing. It looks like, I think the front of the house is shaped like the back of the Enterprise from Star Trek.
Whoa.
Like the whole house is just fucking awesome. There's like, it's so fucking huge, and there's so much shit that he has as a collector.
Oh god, yeah. The voice of Yakko. Or Wacko.
I have a cool story about Jess Harnell when I met him at a convention.
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Go on.
Story. The ferocious pounding in the background.
he's pulling up a million chairs. It's like,
he's opening your door. Malik!
Hey man, what's going on? You better not be telling this story right now. You swore to secrecy.
About the time I was in Transformers 2. No!
That was the thing that was just between us. You know that, right? Now I have to kill you.
Jess Harnell is so violent. Why is he like this?
what was it? So I met him at a convention. We just talked about stuff, and he was really, really cool. And then he was like, "Dude, I like your voice." And he was like, "You should come up with, like, we're doing this thing where we're just like talking like cartoon characters, like one of those things where they take a script and they just talk as their cartoon characters." And he wanted me to come up on stage with the rest of them, but for one reason or another, it just didn't pan out. But
I would
he was like dead serious. I was like,
Jess
"Oh my
Harnell
god!"
said that to me.
And that was just like, that was the first time I met him, and he was like, "Dude, you should come up and do that." And he tried talking with his guy, but yeah, I guess it just didn't work out. But then at the end of the convention, he just gave me like a thing. It was like, "It was so great talking to you over the weekend." He was like, "You know what, man? Just for you, I'm gonna give you this thing. It's just like a Animaniacs thing." And he wrote like to Malik, like, "I believe in you. Keep doing what you're doing, Jess." I was like, "Oh, that is the sweetest thing."
Jess Harnell just turns his back, just pulls out like, "Hi, here's my entire collection of Animaniacs animation cells. Please take them as a sign of my
Oh
gesture."
man, hell yeah!
And then he's like,
"Malik, meet me in my hotel room.
Whoa.
I got this gun I want to show you."
no, like he says it essentially, and then when you arrive in the hotel room expecting the worst, he's like, "Yeah, no, I couldn't like bring them with me, so like here's my entire collection of Animaniacs merchandise." And you're like, "Oh,
take your pick, man. One of a kind."
Video from was it that video from years ago? I remember where like someone was it was like two people in a bedroom, and like someone is like talking to him and saying that it's like, "Please show me more of what you have." And he's like, "I thought you'd never ask." So I have this awesome Pokemon card collection. Like that kind of shit.
Isn't that the 50 Shades of Grey meme?
I think it was a Vine, like an old Vine or something like that.
Oh yeah, I remember. Okay.
Honestly, hearing you just say Jeff and his guy just reminds me of that time I met Aaron Hansen.
Name is
Are you talking like Danny or someone else?
No, it was just someone else. It was earlier this year. He was just walking around. He had like this like professional guy with him.
What, just like a big guy? Like he wasn't doing anything? Like
I think he was an old guy who wasn't doing anything. He seemed
Damn,
like
you didn't have to do him that hard.
like
Shit.
Management.
That reminds me of the time I met Chris Hansen.
Oh dear, what did you do?
Moving on.
Hey. Yeah. That episode will air Friday. Anyway.
we went to IHOP. He was a wonderful
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Excuse me.
The decoy was in her 20s, so it's fine.
This is a really spicy joke you're risking here.
Okay.
Yeah. We're
back off topic.
I'm leaving this in, by the way.
No!
This is staying in.
Oh well.
Hey guys, Animaniacs trailer. Let's talk about that.
Animaniacs. Woo woo.
No. Oh, I was actually gonna bring up something at the Gendy shit real quick before we talk about that. So I was looking up the show, and who died?
John, there he is.
Bear Boy's back.
I was gonna bring up something about that new show Gendy had because I was looking at Google Images, seeing what the show looked like, and I just saw this, and I thought, and I just was trying really hard not to laugh when I just saw this.
Oh, yes, hell yeah! Well, I'll make this an image for the podcast thing for the video. Yes.
I'm Alucard.
Basically, it's a picture of like the Unicorn Warriors of Gendy's new show, but it's replaced with characters that look similar to them. Mavis, the fucking ball robot from Robots, the movie.
Big Weld.
the not Gendy designed Mavis.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. It feels like Mavis, like Gendy has a thing for like girls with bug eyes. Yeah, so they all kind of run together a bit.
And you creepy as fuck, bro.
Look,
What the fuck is up? What is up with that, my dude? What the fuck?
You see Alana. Alana's just like Ashi, and then Ashi's kind of like that one. I don't know. There's a symbiotic Titan bug-eyed girl, and then there's the bug-eyed girl in Dexter. It all connects.
They got nut head shapes.
What's all that?
You keep.
What's that?
Whenever
about?
you talk about Gendy's like portfolio, you never mention symbiotic Titan. Every time I get viscerally angry.
I've done so.
In the newest one, you didn't mention Samurai
Well,
X
when I
Titan.
say like, hey, this is by Gendy, the creator of Samurai Jack and Dexter, it's it's a quick run through. It's the most popular things. I can't just say this is by Gendy, the guy who did the intro to that one Priest movie, and also like he also did Hotel
The
Transylvania
show
3.
with the booty
I
shaking.
forgot he even did.
Fucking wow.
Yeah.
You were a fake Gendy fan.
No,
Absolute scum.
I'm a real Gendy fan. I met him twice and shamed myself each time.
I'm a fan. I met him.
Yeah, I could. Pan, I'm gonna level with you. When I saw that Adult Swim pitch, I couldn't watch. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Like it was genuinely the only time you have ever successfully made me cringe like that
Yeah.
hard.
The important thing
Like-
is I learned a lesson.
Was that the one where he?
Please tell me. Please enlighten me as to what you
I'll
learned.
do better next time. My favorite part was like Gendy telling me like when I explained to him Loki IRL, Gendy told me saying this is like if I were to ask what Finding Nemo was about and you were to tell me it's about the ocean. It's like, ow. You fucking destroyed me right there. Ow. Ow.
What is
That's good. That is good advice, though. It's
Yeah.
like don't just talk about the world, also
I
talk
didn't
about
know-
the characters
this is
and
my-
story.
I didn't know what to. I had no frame of reference on pitching.
You could have looked. You could have
I
tried
did
better.
look, and it's like, what is there really? You know, it's just like there's not that much. I don't know.
Pitch Bible.
Well, and some people have literally just pitched shows based on just a concept and like nothing about the character before.
No.
Have you ever heard the story about fucking James Cameron pitching the second Alien movie?
No.
No.
Yeah, the story goes that apparently he was meeting with executives at Fox to pitch the second Alien film, and all he did was apparently go over to a blackboard in the office and wrote down the word alien, and then he explained, like, he was explaining the idea of what he wanted to do for the sequel. He didn't go into a lot of detail, and all he did was added an S to the end of Alien, and apparently that's what sold the film.
Shit.
I wish I could do that.
The title plural.
Nice.
Well, maybe it's easier to do it with a sequel than, just something else starting out.
Damn, that's all I had to do. That's so simple.
It's like if I wanted to pitch.
To sell a film was make its title plural, and he did it.
I'm gonna do that with a Donkey Kong. Like, say I helmed like Donkey Kong Country, Tropical
Donkey
Freeze,
Kongs.
and then I just put Donkey Kong on this, and then just apostrophe S. It's like this is what we need to say.
Multiple Kongs.
No, I was
There's
hoping you'd
certainly
say
enough
donkey,
Kongs for that.
Donkey's Kong. Donkey's Kong.
Hold on, I need to find my Donkey Kong family tree.
Oh God, no. Donkey Kong
Don't
lore is
start.
Donkey Kong lore is
Don't
too
Have you ever
convoluted.
seen the? Have
No,
you
it's
ever
not.
seen the Balto family tree? It's fucking
Oh
amazing.
boy, Balto.
Donkey Kong lore is not complicated. People just blow it out of proportion. There is no
Who
such
the
thing
fuck
as
is
the Great Ape
Cranky?
War.
Who the fuck is
Cranky
Cranky?
is-
Is he
Isn't
the old
Cranky
Donkey
the
Kong?
original Donkey Kong?
Yes,
He-
Cranky
yes,
is the
and-
original Donkey Kong.
Didn't
And
didn't
he's
Nintendo say
Donkey
that's not
Kong's
true?
granddad.
And he's
No,
just-
they never said that.
Okay.
They
Malik-
tried
Mal-
backpedaling
Mal-
on it,
Ma-
but
Malik,
no,
Malik over here being like, it's not fucking true. It did
It's
not
not.
say that.
it's not. I work for Did You Know Gaming. Hello.
Right. So there's
Oh,
Cranky
whoa.
Kong. There's
Big
Wrinkly
boy in his,
Kong.
big
There's
boy in his
Redneck
big boy
Kong.
pants.
Wait, what about Wrinkly
There's-
Kong? I heard
there's-
Wrinkly Kong.
Cranky Kong, Wrinkly Kong, Redneck
Yes.
Kong, Lanky Kong, Swanky Kong, Funky Kong, Uncle Kong, Donkey
Oh
Kong.
my God! Shut
Fedora
up.
Kong,
Yeah.
Uncle Julian, Candy Kong, Diddy
Okay,
Kong,
some of those
Dixie
aren't
Kong.
even real.
Nope, those are real. Those are real. I put them.
There's
In,
no.
I found them and I put them
Kong
in my family tree.
That's a
Chunky
crock.
Kong.
Favorite family trees are the one where people just put their OCs in there.
No, I don't have Donkey
This
Kong
sucks.
OCs. Look, see,
No, no,
they're all
don't-
right there.
No, there is no. Redneck
Is
Kong
that
didn't
the
even
Donkey
show
Kong
up.
from the fucking 80s cartoon in the top right?
Maybe that's Uncle Julian.
That's just Cranky.
Hey,
No,
here's,
that's Uncle Julian.
here's one thing I wonder about Donkey Kong. Like, did the cartoon series create the crystal coconuts that later appeared in Donkey Kong 64?
I
think
would
so.
assume. I would assume
Actually,
the
yeah,
show
which
had
came-
some
I'm
sort of
curious,
influence.
Which came first?
Yeah,
The
Which came
cartoon
first, chicken or the egg?
Because I remember there would be crystal coconuts in Donkey Kong
The egg.
64, and it's like the only time I've seen that was in the cartoon itself, not the games.
DK64 came out in '99, which was 2 years after the show started. So
3 actually. The show came out in '96.
Oh, it says '97 when I was looking it up.
Crystal coconuts. Let's
Also,
see.
Cranky was a scientist in the cartoon, which may
Yeah,
have
according to
influenced 64.
according to the Super Mario Wiki, yeah, the crystal coconuts first appeared in the TV series, then 64, and then these other games nobody cares about, King of Swing and Barrel Blast.
Hey, King of Swing's pretty cool, actually.
King
Barrel
of
Blast is a little
It's not
so-so.
Jungle Beat, therefore it's not Jungle Beat, therefore it does not fucking matter.
Wait. What about Jungle Beat? What did you just say?
I said it's not Jungle Beat, so therefore it doesn't matter.
Okay, that's good. I don't have to kill you. Jungle Beat is awesome.
Games. I fucking love Jungle Beat.
Oh my fucking god! Just
It's so
fucking
good.
make out already, Jesus.
Jungle Beat
Personally,
is the
I'm just
best.
surprised nobody's ever spoken about Uncle Kong.
Because he's not real.
He is real. He was in the manual.
What manual? Show me the
Uncle
manual
Kong.
right now.
Okay, I will show you the
Is
manual.
he
fucking
just
manual.
Show
Oh
it to
my
me.
god, there he is. I see
I
him.
love fucking Malik over here going, show me the fucking manual right
He's
now.
got a tie, and he's
What
from the
is this?
UK.
What is this? What am I
Wow.
looking at?
Look, wow! I thought you knew everything. Employee
No,
of
no,
Did
no,
You
no.
Know Gaming.
Exactly, Malik.
Hold on, I'm looking at these.
It's
What
Uncle
is
Kong.
this? Just a monkey from Yoshi's Island. What's wrong with you?
No, those are species kinds.
It's a monkey from Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, but that's not. I'm not counting that as a Kong. It's just a relative of Kongs.
It's just a monkey. A monkey.
It's like Diddy, it's just a monkey.
This is a
Yeah.
croc.
No, Diddy
That's
is still a
spelled
Kong.
K.
Kongs are just apes
Where's
that have.
the monkey that steals
different
the
types.
hat in Mario 64 fit
I
into
never
this?
thought that I would be on a
He's probably just an
podcast where it
ukiki.
would devolve into talking about Donkey Kong lore.
When you
because-
get me on a podcast
Oh.
and you start talking about Donkey Kong, my friends can attest.
But
I
it's
take it-
it's tangentially animation related, so it's fine.
Yeah, if
It's
we talk
c-
about the
M-
cartoon,
Malik-
it is. I saw he had another cartoon. Well, Donkey Kong Jr. had a cartoon where he was like friends with like a biker, and they go
Yeah,
on.
that's where
Saturday
Uncle
Night
Julian
Live.
is from.
I've
Yeah.
never heard of this.
It's from like
Saturday
the 80s. Yeah, those Saturday
Oh,
Supercade
weird.
things.
Weird fun fact.
He's a
the
Scrappy
first-
Doo ripoff. Like of all the things to rip off, they ripped off
You know what it
Scrappy
is?
Doo.
You know what it is,
weird,
actually? Oh, sorry. What were you going to say, Michael?
No, you go first. You go first.
I was going to say that Donkey Kong Jr. has a segment on the Saturday Supercade, and his catchphrase is monkey muscle, which sounds like he says it like
Scrappy Doo.
Sounds like an
it would
energy
say
drink.
puppy power, but that's the thing. Scrappy Doo was originally, he was voiced by Don Messick, but Frank Welker auditioned for Scrappy. He came up with puppy power, but they went with Don Messick instead. And then he decided for Donkey Kong Jr., who he played on that show, to use it and turn it into monkey muscle.
Damn.
If I can be a voice actor nerd for a second. Frank Welker
When are
auditioned
you-
for Scrappy, but Lenny Weinrib voiced him in the first series, and then Don Messick took over because apparently Lenny Weinrib asked for more money, so they kicked him off the project. That's and Lenny Weinrib is famous for I don't know, playing kid Fred Flintstone in the Flintstones Kids. I don't fucking know. Lenny Weinrib did a fair amount of advertisement stuff, but I don't remember like a distinct character. Fucking Lotor in the original Voltron. That's what he did.
That's cool.
That was his first, like, one of his big.
Monkey
Malik, you're a fake
power.
Donkey Kong fan.
What's
Also,
that?
Also, with Donkey
You're a
Kong,
fake Donkey
I
Kong fan.
remembered. With Donkey Kong, I remembered. Fun fact: the first official voice of Mario was Peter Cullen, the voice of Optimus Prime.
But wait, what about the
What do
Donkey Kong cereal commercials?
Didn't those technically come out like around the same time as the cartoon? I thought those were like tied in.
83?
What
Yeah,
about
those
the
were,
original
like,
Mario
tied
Bros.
into it.
commercial?
I think Saturday Supercade may have come out a year after. No, yeah, a year after the Donkey Kong cereal commercials.
Maybe, I don't know. Well, if that's the case, then he was the first like
Animated,
cartoon
like cartoon
show
voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool though.
I've never played a single Donkey Kong game
So-
except for 2 levels of the original country.
Weak.
So why are you coming at me with that timeline saying it's real?
Because I've researched it. You don't need to play the games for the research.
What the
Research.
I'm right.
Malik,
Huh?
just a video game.
It's not just.
Oh my god.
You're just a
It's
video
a
game.
At least get it right.
I can't
Get the
believe
fact.
the original voice of Scrappy Doo wanted revenge on Scrappy Doo for being, I don't know, it's fucked up. This was all messed up now.
Craig. He just wanted to find Scrappy Doo in real life, hunt him down, and beat him up.
He just took Donkey Kong Jr. and turned him into the Scrappy Doo. Oh my god, he's back.
Also, Donkey Kong Jr. is
Can Craig please
99%
Craig.
likely to be Fedora Kong.
He's Craig of the Discord. He's Craig of the Discord.
Oh.
You good?
Are you okay, John?
That silence. You fucking...
Oh boy.
That's what I hear.
So let's talk about that Animaniacs thing we've pushed off. for like 25 minutes.
Animaniacs. I want to go.
It's time for Animaniacs.
It's time to go
And we
anal
do-
to the max. We don't wear a condom. I don't know.
It's everywhere.
Never safe sex. Never have safe sex. We are the Animaniacs.
Yeah, that's coming out.
They're adults in this song. There, problem solved.
Steven
Animani, totally
Spielberg.
insane. Penis is veiny.
Those are the facts.
It's coming out in November. Eventually.
It's coming out in this month, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't it come out in like 2 weeks?
I don't
It's
know.
looking interesting.
It's coming out.
I'm
to-
liking what
November. It's November 22nd or 24th.
I remember when that first, I think it was that Jurassic Park teaser came out. Fucking Nate Ruger, the voice of, was it Skippy? Was that the
Skippy.
kid squirrel? I think
Yeah.
I wanted to say Slappy, but I knew that was the older squirrel. He was in the fucking comments shitting on it so hard.
Oh.
Yeah. Basically, he was shitting on it because he was just like, none of the original writers are involved, and it's shit you didn't ask him about it, and it's like,
Wait a minute.
oh, yeah, he was.
Aren't
he
you
was
in?
just-
Huh?
It's like, I don't
Pan,
think
recite
he's-
Yakko's World right now.
Yeah. Yakko's World. I don't know that. Who, me?
Yakko's Wish.
I do, but I don't want to do it.
Wait,
Do it.
what?
I can
Did someone
do
say
Yakko's
something?
World. I just don't want to do it because it's so fucking long.
I watched, Pinky and the Brain and Freakazoid. I barely watched Animaniacs, really.
I watched Animaniacs probably the most frequently of the Spielberg cartoons, but I don't know. I don't remember if it was in syndication for a super long time when I was a kid. I want to say it maybe went off syndication when I was like 7 or 8. I don't know. 'Cause by the time
Yeah,
I
that was
like-
my bad. I canceled it.
I think it ended when I was like 3, because I think it ended in 99.
8.
98. The Pinky and the Brain ended in 2000, which I did not know.
No, it ended in
Oh, wow.
98 as well.
Oh, I thought it ended like a year or two after the.
Nah.
Freakazoid was like their last one.
No, Freakazoid ended in 96. It was so
What?
short-lived.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, Freakazoid ended after like 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Damn. Wasn't it because they were said, hey, let's just get anime. We don't need fucking cartoons in WB.
Basically,
Anime didn't come till 99, though.
Yeah,
This is way before.
basically the story I know from Paul Rugg was because it had changed schedule so much. Basically, it killed the ratings, and that's why
Yep.
the show got canceled because they
Big
moved to the
Kids Go
Cartoon Network
first.
and it did really well there. But when Kids WB came around, I believe they pushed it to there, and it went through a very, very sporadic schedule,
No,
and that's basically what killed it.
It first aired on Kids. It debuted on Kids WB, but on Cartoon
Oh, I thought
Network
it
in
went from
reruns.
Cartoon Network to Kids WB.
No, it was one of the it was one of the debut shows when the network, when the block first premiered. Freakazoid was one of them. But on Cartoon Network, like in reruns, it gained like a cult following there.
Oh yeah,
But
no,
the show was
had
already
a-
dead.
It had a Family Guy effect on it. It did really well when they
Yeah.
reran it.
But
And
the series was
basically-
dead by then.
Basically, and apparently the finale was like the most expensive episode because they had to license out the rights to an actual song for the finale.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Was Freakazoid a words?
Show.
Was Freakazoid a show or a movie? I haven't seen it.
It was a TV show.
Oh.
26 episodes. I still need to see it.
I watched the first season when I was at the library my mom worked at, and they had like the first season, and I was like, ooh, I need to watch this, and it's a show with I think the first episode was almost completely improv, or at least
Some of it.
Paul Rugg's dialogue was mostly improv.
Does he play Freakazoid?
Yeah.
I don't know shit about Freakazoid. Like, I know he's blue and I think he's a superhero, and that's about it.
Paul Rudd was a writer for Animaniacs, and he did Mr. Director and Einstein on Animaniacs, and then when they did Freakazoid, I interviewed him 2 years ago. He's super fucking nice.
Paul Rudd?
Rugg with 2 G's.
Oh, I was thinking like MCU Paul Rudd, and I'm like, whoa.
No, that's
No, just
the problem.
turn the
You don't
D's
say
upside down
Paul
and
Rudd's
curl them
name
a little
right, It
bit.
sounds like Rudd. But
They tried to
Yeah.
get him. Sorry.
I don't remember the exact story as to how. I think he was a temp voice at first, and then they liked him so much in the role they just kept him from the first episode.
They tried calling him back for Animaniacs as well, like the new one.
Yeah.
But he was like,
And he
nah,
said-
Well, he was busy with a couple things at the time, because I know he was doing that Earth to Ned show, which just came out on Disney Plus like a month ago.
Oh yeah,
And
I've
he
been
said-
watching that.
He said like he felt like he said everything that he wanted to say about the Animaniacs, even after he was done. When he moved on to Freakazoid, he was like, yeah, I pretty much told every story I wanted to. But he said if they ever
And then-
do a Freakazoid thing, it's like, hit me up, please.
And then he went on to he's kind of retired, semi-retired from writing, because now he's primarily a voice actor. Like he was Chuckles, the evil piggy. in
Oh,
Little
yeah.
Mermaid.
He was Cricket in Pig Goat Banana Cricket.
Oh God, I know he wrote for that Kung Fu Panda cartoon like years ago, because he did voices on that, and he was in Secret Mountain Fort Awesome, because I think he's a writer on that.
He was in We Bear Bears. He's been a VO guy for a long time too.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty hefty, not like fucking 7 things a year, but he'll do something like a couple things like every year or so.
Yeah, it's always nice to hear him. It's like, oh, that's you.
Yeah. Do you
He was in OKKO in the finale.
Oh man. Do you guys want to get into the questions?
There's questions.
Yeah, we have those sometimes.
All
dear.
right. Well, I got a few here. So, questions. If anybody has a question, be sure to leave the word "question" so it's easier to find in the comments of the YouTube channel, the YouTube of this YouTube video. And our first question is, hang on.
Well done.
Super
Good job.
Luigi 64. Have you seen a show for the first time, but it turns out the episode you saw was one of the weirder episodes? The first episode of C Lab I saw was the one where it's played straight with no comedy, they say.
Oh, that's a good introduction to C Lab.
Oh man.
I think weird, like different episodes tend to catch people's attention more. Like one of the first episodes of Ben 10 Ultimate Alien or Alien Force, it was one where no, it was one of the ones that were the same, and Ben got his like hand cut off.
Oh shit.
And it was just crawling around on its
Jeez,
own.
that sounds like not real.
What the fuck?
The episode
just-
where Ben got dismembered.
Yeah, it was just crawling around on its own.
What the fuck? What episode is
That
that? What the
doesn't
fucking
sound
episode is
real. I
this?
refuse. That does not sound real.
Yeah, I
It is
agree.
real.
That sounds fake.
It's like
That
some sort
sounds-
of. It's like
yeah,
it's
no.
not like traditionally cut off. It's like some sort of dimensional cut off.
Oh.
Where
Oh
like
no, I thought you were meant like it just popped off or something.
Oh,
Sliced them off.
No, it was like sliced, and like Ben was in the null void, and his hand was in the real world, but it was his Omnitrix hand, so wasn't even.
Was his hand like going like full thing from the Addams Family? Like, or
Yeah, it was just
like...
crawling around on all fingers.
Yeah, I think it was. I remember this episode.
I don't like this at all. This sounds horrible.
Dude, when Alien Force and Ultimate Alien were out and under Dwayne McDuffie, that shit got fucking weird. It was a weird.
Ultimate Alien. I do not like Ultimate Alien, but Ultimate Alien got fucking batshit. Like,
yeah, like it went hard. It was weird because it was like trying to go hardcore sci-fi for some reason, and it's like
sounds awesome.
Like I love Dwayne McDuffie, but I think that was like the kind of thing where he was trying too hard to serialize the show into more like something like Doctor Who, like that kind of shit.
I haven't grown up with Ben 10, and one of my next Patreon videos is the original Ben 10 series, so I'm like, I want to see what that's about.
You didn't grow with well. That's fair.
It's got good lore. Also, I was trying to look up the.
I really like Omniverse. I
really like Omniverse too.
Omnivore.
I need to see it. I
haven't finished it, but
I used to hate it because it was canceled around the same time as Symbionic Titan. So like, you know, I was in a bit of a grudge state.
I mean, it's Derek J. Wyatt, and I've loved like almost everything he's ever made, like Transformers animated, and he did all the designs for Teen Titans, I believe.
Yeah,
he did a lot of the original.
Him and Glenn Murakami and
yeah, I thought it was Glenn Murakami who was art director.
The original, yeah.
Derek J. Wyatt did a lot of the character designs too, though. I think he was primarily Beast Boy, because there's a lot of angularity to Beast Boy's design.
Yeah, like I think there's like 3 character artists, and they all somewhat look oddly different. Like they can tell who drew what if you look hard enough.
Derek did a lot of the anime style jokes, I think, like when they would do like the chibi version of the characters. I think he did most of that stuff.
Yeah.
Ben 10 is there goes Craig. Ben 10 is really underrated.
Now recording. Shut the fuck up, Craig.
Like if you watch like any video about like Cody artists talking about Ben 10, there's like lots of cool lore stuff. Also, I was trying to look up a screenshot of that episode I was talking about. There's just a lot of edgy Ben 10 art where his hand's been cut off.
Oh no!
I had a feeling if you typed in Ben 10 severed hand, you'd find a lot of that shit.
What the?
Oh my god!
Do you think? Oh my god! Oh, I hate that.
Somebody link me this shit. Sounds rad.
Oh no, this is the screenshot from the episode.
I hate that. That's awful.
I remember in one of the episodes where Vilgax is trying to remove the Omnitrix. You see like Ben's skin like rip off, kind of like it wasn't like ripped off like graphically, but you could see like tendrils of skin being pulled, and it's like,
Well, yeah, it's like hot glued to his arm.
I remember a lot. For some reason, they couldn't get Steve Bloom back to be Vilgax in Alien Force, so they got James Remar. He did Black Mask and the Batman. He's done a lot of DC stuff, and he did a voice that sounds fucking nothing close to Steve Bloom. Like, it's like fucking.
Yeah, what was Steve Bloom busy?
I don't know. I just find it weird because Steve Bloom came back later for Omniverse, and I just remember the voice that they gave Vilgax was like fucking
Ben Tennyson, yeah, like they just gave him this big voice that sounds like all throaty.
Like it was really.
Yeah, it's not. Weird. It wasn't intimidating at all. Like Steve Bloom's.
No, it wasn't intimidating, and I love James Remar. He's a great voice actor, but I do not get the route with that voice.
Yeah, no, like, dude fucking, like, sounded like he was just, like, a broski, you know? Like, he was, like...
I always described it as, like, the human... What a human thinks a frog would talk like is what I imagine, or a toad.
Which is weird because Vilgax isn't a toad.
Which is also ironic because there's toad people in that show, because I remember that weird arc they had with the frog people. I forget what they were even called. I think they had like a name for the race because there was that princess frog girl that was really fucking horny for Ben for some reason, and it was really weird.
Oh yeah, I've seen art of her tongue in his stomach.
Cool. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Next question.
Hang on. Well, for going back to that question of like weird episodes being your first introduction to a show, for me it was that Simpsons episode, the one where Lisa was the babysitter and Bart just kept fucking up his body or something, and Lisa had to just take him through like a swamp, and she was just fucking miserable carrying, lugging around the,
doesn't sound real.
lugging around the like essentially the unconscious body of Bart through a swamp while Maggie's inside like a pet cage thing. It was unpleasant.
I remember the first episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender I ever saw was the Secret Tunnel episode.
Secret
Which
Tunnel.
was not a good introduction. I don't even dislike that episode, but that is not a good introduction for that show.
No.
Avatar is a weird show in general. Like, fucking, or at least in season 1, they kind of were like, kind of leaning towards more Miyazaki-esque like spirituality, which they eventually toned down. Like, when Sokka and Katara were sick, the only thing that would cure them was like sucking on frogs.
Prayer.
And like that too. But
yeah.
No, it was like sucking on frogs, and I'm like, why the fuck, weirdo, gross. Don't do that.
Don't do Toad.
Node.
Yeah.
That wasn't very funny. I'm
I
sorry.
was trying to think of that Family Guy episode where they have a whole song, and I couldn't think of a single lyric.
Gotta give it up. Give up
yeah.
the Toad now.
Family Guy episode with a song.
Yeah.
Or you'll see it hurts to pee.
Yeah. Already done that.
There's something about how quietly you sung that just made it funnier to me. Like you were almost
Malik's voice is so sweet and tender, and then when he just says something super fucking like weird or vulgar, it just throws you for a loop. Like, wait, what the fuck did you
I
just
don't
say?
say vulgar things
I
on
don't think
camera.
I've ever heard you say
That
a
was
swear
kind of vulgar.
What?
Yeah.
It's the lyric from the song.
Well, yeah, it's still a vulgar lyric. It's not like
Vulgar.
I don't think
like,
I've never
vulgar as in like you're talking about like pee-pee, which is like very out of your.
It's slightly crass.
It's
But
still
it's
vulgar.
referencing
Crass is
the
a
song.
cinnamon. Crass is a cinnamon
A
synonym.
synonym?
Yeah.
Cinnamon.
It's some cinnamon.
Crass is cinnamon?
I am the cinnamon. I am the winner. That wasn't funny. Thank you for laughing.
I'm not vulgar. You're vulgar.
We're all vulgar. That's why we're here.
I didn't say that. I said vulgar.
Hey, Malik.
Huh?
We're always
Mwah.
in the clubhouse getting
Oh.
high.
It's like the red letter media bit. I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
You're not drunk. I'm drunk.
Next question.
Oh, all right. Hang on. Beefy Barra Titties says, question. If
All
you
right,
could-
guys. Yeah, it's real funny. Get it out of your system. Come on.
if you could
love how fucking hard you went on the B sounds on that beefy bar titty.
They write, if you could drop items after being defeated like if you were in a video game, what loot would you drop?
Wasn't this a meme like a few weeks
Yeah.
ago or something?
It ain't never ends.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be that one guy who's technical about it. Like, wouldn't you just drop like the items on you, or
No. Your inventory slot. I'd probably drop some Takis and Nexium pills.
My wallet.
yeah, my wallet, my phone. Like, I don't have anything that I like, you know, like that. That's synonymous with me.
Yeah, no, that's why I never did that Twitter meme, because I was like, I mean, I guess a microphone, I'm a voice actor, but I don't know what a transformer, a Bulbasaur, I don't fucking know. Like,
I'd drop a cool set of sunglasses.
I thought you
And
were
maybe some Beyblades.
Ray-Bans.
I have a chance of dropping a Dragoon MF, which costs 200 fucking pounds. Jesus Christ.
Just the quiet. It costs 200. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's stupid because it's like it's the one Beyblade I won from the old generation, and it's upwards of 200 pounds out of box. And
Oh
just
yeah, I
wanna
forgot
play
you're
with
into
it.
Beyblade now for some reason.
It's not now. It's just that I've gotten back into it now. It's just that I don't know. I just like Beyblade a lot, and I want to collect a lot of the old ones, and I'm gonna get all of the Metal Fusion ones, but I don't like Burst because Burst kind of sucks.
Oh god, all this talk about Beyblade is giving me tinnitus. Jesus.
Also, Pan, I'll never forgive you for saying Beyblade was dumb.
It is.
You're dumb.
There's been like this resurgence in Pokemon cards lately, because that's what this is reminding me of, because I've been seeing a lot of people on YouTube talk about fucking Pokemon cards again and like collecting Pokemon cards. So I don't know if this is just like a new thing that's happening or what. Like it's just this thing I've been noticing a lot.
I think
lately.
everything is having a resurgence.
Nah, Pokemon cards have always been popular.
Well, they
Yeah,
have, but
that
like
too.
lately, I've just been seeing a lot of people on Twitter and even some of my friends just like getting super fucking into collecting Pokemon cards, and I was wondering if like something happened or something like that.
Well, what else is there to do?
right now?
Yeah. A lot of things are getting a resurgence because there's just fuck all to do. Everybody's bored.
Yeah.
I remember it. That reminds me of like when I was talking to a friend who's like still into Yu-Gi-Oh, and I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh since I was like 10, and I was like, oh no, maybe I should get back into it. I was like, when's the last time you played it? Oh, like 13, 14 years ago. I'm like, don't get back into it.
It's
completely different.
It's completely, yeah, no, he explained everything to me, and I genuinely have not retained any of the information he told me. Like, I had no fucking clue what he was talking about. Like, synchro summons and
extra decks.
Like, I had no fucking clue what he was talking about, like, the majority of the time. I'm like, whatever happened to just, like, summoning a monster card and then it goes to the graveyard and Magic just took cards? Whatever happened to that shit?
Each generation has to have a new gimmick. I used to.
It really doesn't. You can just add cards and people will still play. Like, goddamn, settle down.
I used to have 2 Yu-Gi-Oh card decks, but didn't have anyone to play them with, so I just played them by myself.
Oh, that's something I actually found out recently, is that apparently the reason they keep introducing like new generations of like certain card games like Yu-Gi-Oh is purposefully to make the previous generation obsolete.
Oh.
So like
yeah.
the first generation Yu-Gi-Oh cards are like almost useless now, apparently.
Oh. Even Blue Eyes
Well, I
White
mean,
Dragon?
Yeah, no, Blue Eyes White Dragon and like the God cards apparently aren't like super top tier cards anymore.
Aren't they like super basic and have no abilities?
Why?
I mean, isn't the Slifer the Sky Dragons is pretty based? Like, your hit points are like... no, I'm saying it.
Based
Fuck
on
you.
blood.
Slifer is based on a red dragon. That's what he's based on. But back to what I was saying. Aren't his hit points calculated by how many cards you have in your hands? So like, I remember this one play my friend did where I might have told the story before, but I don't give a shit. Fuck this show. Where I was playing and I had the God cards. I'm pretty sure they were bootlegs, but we treated them as real because hey, whatever.
Well, they like those really like foily, like holographic ones, because I used to have some of those.
Yeah, me too. My dad bought them for me out of nowhere because he knew I liked Yu-Gi-Oh! It was like one of the most random acts of kindness I think he's ever done, which is weird. But anyway, so my friend and I were playing. I had Ra and he had Slifer, and he pulled this fucking Magnum Brain move where I had a spell card out that was like, we can draw any amount of cards to our hand. Like, it broke the hand limit or whatever of 5. And he was like, okay. So then he sacrificed 2 of his monsters, summoned Slifer, drew his whole deck to his hand, and attacked me. And I was like, I used to be really competitive as a kid, but like, I was so impressed that I was like, damn, it was good play. Well done.
Damn, nice cock,
I'm just
bro.
impressed.
Yeah.
Can't even be mad.
Yeah. It was me.
See, with Beyblade, you just have to smash them.
Yeah, it's boring.
That's
spinning top.
There's a bit of. It's not boring. You're boring.
It's dreidels.
Thank you.
There's strategy to it. There's attack types and defense types
Hot take.
and balance types
Hot
and
take.
stamina
Beyblade
types.
is hot take. Beyblade is anti-Semitic.
Whoa.
You're
What
anti-Semitic.
if they make some wooden Beyblades?
You
then
know
they
what
would
I
be
just
dreidels.
thought?
No, wait, they would
No,
need a clay.
You said that, and I just thought about the idea of a Jewish family not being able to get a dreidel for Hanukkah, so they used a fucking Beyblade.
Hell yeah.
That had to have happened at least one time. We couldn't get the dreidel, so we're gonna have to use Billy's Beyblade.
Yes.
Oh, Christ.
And Billy throws down his Beyblade. It's like, Billy, you destroyed the dreidel.
Oh no.
Oi.
God, what was the original question?
I don't know. I was
Oh,
just about to
what
say,
would you
what was the
drop
question?
as video game loot if you were defeated?
Oh,
Drop
yeah,
this
Beyblade.
podcast.
Nothing but Beyblades.
shut the fuck up, Malik. Only I get to shit talk this show.
No, shut up, Pan. Fuck you.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Now I know what it's like to be the top.
Oh.
You radiate bottom energy though, like all the
No, I
time. It's
don't.
ridiculous.
Shut
Yes,
up.
you
Just
do.
no,
You do.
No.
You are.
No.
Where
If-
is
if-
bottom energy?
Bottom energy is like, ooh, don't be so hard on me, Daddy Coon shit. Like, out of
I am not
everybody in
like
this
that.
call, like, Cheick radiates the most bottom energy,
I'm not.
followed by
no.
Malik, then
No.
Pan, then
Reach
probably
below
Michael,
Pan.
then Bear than me, because I'm top as
Damn.
fuck. I'm powerful. I'm God.
I'm impressed I'm that high up.
See,
What are you not a are you a bottom? Like,
Oh no, no.
Oh no.
you heard it here first, folks. Michael's a bottom. Michael's totally bottom energy.
No. I was saying no, is in the case of like I don't think I've ever been a bottom.
Yeah, well, that's about to change soon.
I'm a
I
virgin.
don't like this podcast anymore.
Anymore? When did you start?
So you on one last question?
Sure.
You only had
Sure,
two.
why not?
All right. Ryan Burrell says, question, favorite Simpsons Treehouse of Horror?
Treehouse of Terror.
Horror.
I don't remember them. I more so remember the skits. I like the one where Homer time travels.
Oh, that's
And
yes,
I like
yes, I love
favorite.
that.
And I like when the teachers are starting to eat the students and the kids tell Marge, and Marge just goes, "You look them straight in the eye and say, 'Don't eat me.'"
Thanks for
The
nothing,
ending
Marge.
of that short is so fucked up. Like,
Oh yeah,
so
yeah. It's
fucked
just
up.
cannibalism.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's the shot of them like falling. Like, it's genuinely a creepy shot of them like falling into like the meat
Mhm.
grinder. Like, and like it like cuts to the perspective of the grinder as they're falling in. It's genuinely
There's blood all over the
creepy
place.
shot.
Oh man, and that right afterwards, it turned out to be a dream, and they had that gas that turned everybody's skin inside out.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then they
I'll
just
tell you.
I thought didn't they say something from A Streetcar Named Desire or something,
yeah,
or
some
a
stupid.
chorus line.
Yeah.
I've
Might have been the
always
first
had
one.
the memory of watching one. I think it might have been the third or the fourth one. What's the one where it's Bart and the kids, and there's like the gremlin on the bus?
Hmm.
Like, that's the one I distinctly remember.
Yeah.
And they're like all freaking out because there's a fucking gremlin like tearing the bus apart, like the Shatner Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah. I
I
remember
think
that.
the ones I like the most are the Y2K one, the one where they all become their costumes, the Edgar Allan Poe one, and this one sort of modern one where it's like all in black and white, and Bart and Lisa keep killing their teachers.
Yeah, I
One's
saw
cool.
that one actually really recent.
I think my favorite, like the one that I first saw maybe 10 years ago, was The Shinning, and when Homer, no TV, no beer makes Homer go crazy. But when I saw Homer scare himself in the mirror, I died laugh. I thought I was going to die laughing.
One of my favorite things about Dan Castellaneta's Homer, particularly with that scream, is that Homer's scream, this is something in a lot of old Simpsons episodes, maybe still now, but in a lot of older Simpsons episodes, you can tell Dan Castellaneta's scream was so fucking loud that it
Mhm.
reverbed.
You could hear the echo.
Like,
That's
you
what killed
can
me.
hear the echo in the room. It's so loud.
It was hilarious. Like, yeah, again, he had put on the scary face, looked at himself in the mirror, screamed at the top of his lungs. I just roared with I fell off of the couch. I never saw it coming. Oh, I was lightheaded. It killed me.
I think trying to. There's one joke, and it's from the War of the Worlds parody, and I don't remember. I think that was a Treehouse of Horror. I think
so.
It was.
Yeah.
They parodied the Orson Welles War of the Worlds via broadcast.
Yeah.
There's always been one fucking line that I love when the whole city is rioting, Springfield, and Lemmy goes up to Homer as he's like, burn everything, and like just, Homer, we haven't seen these aliens. That's alien talk. Just fucking
Oh.
Simpsons is pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, I remember one thing that
show.
Well, one Halloween special that made me laugh from there was where it was like some fairy tale one where they're Hansel and Gretel and they go to the Three Bears house and they realize they're in the Three Bears house and they run out the door, but they also barricade the door and they leave Goldilocks in there and she's just screaming while the Three Bears fuck her up, and you don't see what's happening, but you just see like a blood trail emerge from the houses under the door.
It reminds me of one of my favorite anthology of interest segments from Futurama, where the Wizard of Oz, Leela Wizard of Oz.
Oh
segment.
my god,
yeah.
That's like one of my favorite bits Futurama ever did. Is that entire bit? It's like, and I'm the lion, the one with the courage or whatever. I'm here to tag along, and he's like not even dressed up at all.
No.
Like the rest of the
Who needs courage when you've got a gun?
Gun?
A gun?
There's no place like, I want to be a witch, and then the water like, where's it from? Sorry, I think there's a problem with your upstairs toilet. I just died. And then when Leela wakes up, the professor's got a box that just says Leela's organs. I remember my brother and I were watching, we both went, organs?
Oh. They can't show that on TV!
Think of the children.
In the name of science.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Is that the end? Yeah.
Better be.
Is it?
It's a good one.
Is it really?
All
Is
right.
it ever really the end? Aren't we always stuck forever in this?
If you got quantum immortality, yes. So I'm Pan Pizza.
Sucked.
No, it was a good
All right.
one.
On the count of three, everybody, say who you are and promote what you're doing next. 1, 2, 3. So I think next I'm gonna probably make a video.
I might do a Ben 10 video. I'm not sure.
Maybe SpongeBob.
Maybe talk about Death Jr. the game on PSP.
I'm off the box
He's
around
got
it.
Sony mascot. He's pretty cool. It's kind of like Ratchet and Clank with God.
I really like Naruto. I think he's really cool. All right,
my Crash 4 review.
I'm gonna end the video with just all of us talking at once.
Okay.